Hi guys, I'm not too sure if we're live right now. I need to double check. I've had a couple of issues today. So yeah, firstly, I should obviously welcome everyone back. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for joining the stream and stuff. Obviously, it's been a crazy week since joining YouTube now, and I'm here to basically talk about my wildcard draft. I'm yet to actually build my team. I've done a lot of drafts, I've done a lot of content, but I haven't even clicked the wildcard button yet, which is obviously quite an issue. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to talk you through, I'm going to build my team with you basically. So let's crack on. The chat isn't working. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you guys can just confirm that the chat is not working properly. It's just got the we're live, can hear you loud. Afternoon. There's no good reason bar logic to not go Cavani. Just quickly, guys, can you just have a look at my chat? Can you see people's messages, or can you just see their names? Because chat has not been good to me today. Trying to get it mixed with the new graphic and stuff. Obviously, nice new graphic, but not being able to put stuff in. You can see their messages, you can see the chart, but I can't, which is weird. Are you sure you can see their messages, like on the screen? Change the font to white. You can just see names on the screen. Change the color. Yeah. Sorry, just bear with me while I sort this this issue out. Hiya, Hannah, you okay, mate? Just a couple of dealing with processes here at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to change the font color, see if that works. Believe it or not, they didn't actually give me the option to change font color. I am early, so you've got to let me off a bit. You've got to let me off a little bit. You've got to let me off. 1 second, just bear with me. How do you change the color of the text? Would it be white? Would it be white? Would it be that? Would it be red? Do we want red? Do we want blue? I don't know what color we should go for. I know this is really boring, but again, started the stream slightly early. What stands out in that black? It's got to be white, hasn't it? Yeah, it's got to be white, hasn't it? Got to be white. Just let me know if that text has actually changed color on the screen. That would be great if you could do that. Let me just check actually, because I can do that. It doesn't have to be you guys. I can do that. Yeah, so just, oh good, let's take time. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, if you could just let me know in the chat if the text is now white, that would be great. Because I still can't see it on the screen. No, it's still black. Right, okay, that's good. Well, it's not good, but I kind of think I know what it is now. So if it's not that one, I've had a nightmare with the chat today, trying to get it in the little box. Been using something called Stream Elements, which is apparently really good. It probably is. I just haven't actually got used to it yet. Again, I've got 6 minutes, so I'm still all good. Just need to figure out how I just did that. There you go. Let's have a look. Now, you should be able to... It should be white now. It should be white. So just let me know if it's white, please, in the chat. That would be great. There is no chat. It's coming up. It's coming up. Is it working? Someone tell me if it's working, because it's working for me. It looks good. It looks good for me. That text is so small though, isn't it? We're going to have to do something about that. Can you just let me know, Kieran, if that's it now? So is it white? Is the text white? Just let me know if the text is white, and then we're all good, I think, apart from the size of the text, which is probably an issue. Size, let's get the size up a bit. It's tiny, but it's white. Right, I'm just going to save this now because I'm pretty sure we're good. I'm pretty sure we're good now. So yes, just let me know in the chat if that has worked. So if you could just let me know if it's big and white text now, that would be good. Size doesn't matter, does it? Depends who you ask, don't he? Depends who you ask. I like the size of the chat personally. I mean, what do you guys think? Are you happy with the size of the chat? Is it readable? Refresh your team page. They have updated the icons to player faces instead of the kits. Really? So they've done that 2 weeks into the competition. Let me just have a look. Yeah, guys, if you can just confirm if chat is okay now, if chat's not only good, but the text size is okay, that would be brilliant. Wow, they have. They've changed they've actually changed the player faces. Now, as listeners and watchers of the stream, you won't see any issue in that, but there's a major problem for me in this. I don't know if you've seen my team selection videos, but they're shirts. They're all shirts, and it took a while to build them. So the fact they've now changed to the players is probably not good for me. Just let me know in the chat if I can still stick with the shirts, or would it be weird? Do I kind of have to go to the pictures now because they've changed? I'm not too sure what to do. It's quite annoying that. It looks really good though. I mean, they've done a good job. It does look really good, to be fair. Although Stanisic is coming right out of the box there, isn't he? For me. Chat's perfect. It seems to crash. Shirts are fine. Where's the mystery booster? Shirts are finest. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thank you for all. Thank you for those that have joined. There's quite a few of you in, actually, to be fair. I'm glad I got the chat working. I was originally just going to go old school and go with the kind of, me on the screen with the little square camera, but I've been working on this graphic for a bit. It looks really nice, actually. Now that it's up, it does look quite nice. Originally there was a little box in the bottom right corner. It's probably really boring to you lot, but it was a kind of nice little box. Had something nice looking in. Yeah, I like this. Looks good, doesn't it? We're here for ball knowledge. You could use the first name for all I care. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough, Diego. Yeah, okay, so this is my team currently. I'm just still quite shocked that I'm still quite surprised that they've added pictures 2 weeks into the game. I find that really weird. I'm probably going to stick with the shirts now. Let me just make sure that everyone has got the link to this and stuff. Oh, by the way, I am now up to well, I think 200 is the milestone, isn't it, for subs? I don't know what milestones are as a YouTuber. Like, I haven't got a clue. Is that you, Ad? On one of your burner accounts? One of Ad's burners. Fantasy Football Scout. He also goes by the name of Ad. Fantasy Football Wildcard. And probably someone else. He's probably half of you lot in this chat. He's probably Keith. Probably Gaddy. Ad's better than Lewis. Yeah, I mean, you are quite funny, Ad. I'll give you that. You are quite good at fantasy games as well. You are quite good at fantasy games, I'll give you that. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. I don't really want to bore you. We are past 5 o'clock now. Is this screen okay for you guys? Is it zoomed in okay and stuff? Can you see it okay? Again, I was going to go for the very basic graphic. I was going to go for the basic graphic, but I do really like this. I've kind of had to squash the pitch in. No, I don't think so. I don't think Hairy Arse is a bad option at all. I think he's still a good option. Like, I don't really look at the scouting bonus that much for midfielders or forwards, because I think there's a gap in between the good ones and the bad ones. Like, they're either really, really good or they're really, really bad, aren't they? So I do still really like Hairy Arse. He is someone that I was going to put into my draft today. I think we're going to start building Kimi and Barcola start. I've seen the lineup. I don't know if the lineup's I don't know if it's from a decent source. I think it's just supporters, isn't it? I mean, that's quite rash, isn't it? Predicting, it's quite brash predicting Kvaratskhelia and Hakimi not to start, two of their best players, especially when they've just obviously lost to Botafogo. Unless they're resting because obviously they're tired. I think I did share. Did I share this today? No, I wouldn't have shared the predicted lineup because I don't actually know. I don't trust them as a source. I think they've been wrong before. I actually spoke to PSG fans today, and they one PSG fan, he was like, "Well, I think Hakimi and Kvaratskhelia are going to start." So it's kind of like one fan against another, isn't it? Unless he's an actual source, unless he's got inside information that we don't know about, then that's fair enough. If it was from the quip or however you write it, yeah, that's an issue. If it's from the quip, let me have a look. I don't think they're as reliable as the Inter lineups. The quip. They've not really tweeted much, to be fair. Let me just have a look. Could someone just tag me in that? Just on Twitter. Twitter's now actually working for me, which is great. But can you just tag me in the predicted lineup so I can just have a look? Because everyone is so active today in the group chats, and you send one thing in and then it just completely vanishes. Like, you can't really see much. I don't think I would have shared it because it was just a predicted lineup, because I didn't know it was actually Lequip who sent that. Yeah, cheers, Ad. It's from someone I've blocked. Oh. I've blocked this guy, but he's sourcing another the composition. Possible lineup to fate. That's not ideal that it's... See, I didn't see it was Lequip who actually who actually posted that. It's far from ideal, that, really, because I think L'Equipe are quite a decent source when it comes to this sort of stuff. Pretty sure they're good with PSG, actually, now to come to think of it. The issue with Kvaratskhelia and Hakimi starting is that I don't think Nuno Mendes is as good as Hakimi, and I don't think Doué or Barcola is as good as Kvaratskhelia. That poses a big issue for me. So I think firstly, I need to build my team. So when I'll build my team. The lap is 5% owned. Yeah, the lap is. I think Barcola's going to start. I think if Kvaratskhelia isn't going to start, you can pretty much guarantee, because I don't think Barcola started the last match, did he? So just let me know if I'm too loud or too close to the mic, because I noticed I did listen to part of my my first live stream back, and like some bits were really loud and some bits were quiet. So just let me know if this is too loud. Just put yes in the chat if that's too loud. I'll just try and keep it down here. So yeah, so Barcola, he didn't start, did he? The last match against Botafogo. Kvaratskhelia played 90 minutes. Goncalo Ramos played 55 minutes. He's not good, is he? Doué played 79. How much did Barcola play? 35. Did Barcola play a match day 1? Did he play a match day 1? No, Barcola didn't play a match day 1 either. He's guaranteed a game, him, isn't he? I just don't really like him as an option. Like, he could start. I do think Barcola could start, but I don't know if he's that good. He definitely wasn't great he wasn't as good as Dembele last season in general. I don't think he started many of the league games. I need to find Barcola, to be honest. He's not started many games at all. If you go back to the final against Inter, he didn't start that. If you go back to the cup game against Reims, he didn't start that either, did he? And that's a cup. He did start, and he got 2 goals and an assist. Maybe Barcola is a good option. Maybe he is a good option. Yeah, there's no stress. But I do think it's worth saying, Jack, that if you need a plan, don't you? You need a plan if Dembele, no, sorry, not Dembele. If Kvaratskhelia isn't playing and Hakimi isn't playing, you don't really want to be scrambling near the deadline to come up with a plan. I think you need to cement something in place. So if Hakimi doesn't start, this is where I'm going to go. If Kvaratskhelia doesn't start, this is where I'm going to go. The issue with me, Jack, is Barcola a good enough replacement for Kvaratskhelia? Is Nuno Mendes as good as a replacement for Hakimi? And I don't know if the answer is yes to that. I don't know if it's no, but I don't know if it's yes either. So I can't really be sure. What we'll do is I'm going to start building my team. It's so cool that they've added the faces to these, isn't it? It's also really stressful graphic-wise. I know you guys said it's okay, but I think a lot of people are probably going to have a problem with that. You can't really see who I'm filtering because of this stupid squash pitch. But I wonder if you can see the fixtures that I'm looking at there. Yes, you can kind of see the fixtures that I'm looking at. It's not great, but you can still see. Is that your game week team? Yes, it is, Keith. I'm about to build my wildcard team. Everyone's looking past Luis Orejo. Yeah, great option. Marquinhos might be the safe pick potentially. Will Dembele play? I think he'll feature. Nuno is Barcola. The deadline is right when we're between Nato and Bellingham. Who should I buy? I really like Chelsea this week. Obviously, being a Chelsea fan. Take from that what you will. You saw my team selection; it did have Chelsea in. I think let's just start with the fixtures first. Covering captaincy is super important, which takes me back to the PSG thing, because if you look at it this way, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 potential captains. 8 potential captains, all their genuine captaincy options in these 8 games, though. Let's see how many genuine captaincy options there is on Friday. Really good options on Friday. Yeah, really good options on Friday if you've got maybe Trent, Loddy, or I think he's a good option. City, that 8 o'clock game, I don't think anyone's going to have players in that. So that's 7 decent captaincy options. I'm not going to have any River Plate or Monterrey or Inter. That's 6 captaincy options. This is super important, by the way. I'm not just talking rubbish. Dortmund, you've got Guirassy. So we've still got 6. Chelsea, you need a Chelsea attacker. So that's still 6. Boca Juniors, that's 6 still. So 6 decent captaincy options without PSG. So you don't necessarily have to go with a PSG attacker. Although Seattle have conceded 5 goals now. Obviously, they lost to Atletico 3-1, and PSG are arguably, well, they are much better offensively. So they are handy scoring though, aren't they? I do like that Rusnak plays number 10 for Seattle. I think he's had a couple of returns now. I could be wrong. Nuno's Barco. This Cherzad. Is that you? Are you saying you're the GOAT though? I can't decide between Zanin or Pataglia. I would go for Zanin. We'll do questions while we build a team. So Zanin is basically he takes some set pieces. He's their most creative player. If you're looking back at the stats of these guys, just don't. It's just not worth it. There's no point. They're playing Auckland. So it really doesn't matter. It does to a certain degree because positionally, if they're central midfielders, yes, Battaglia scored, but he does play central midfield, doesn't he? So I think he's not fully fit. He's similar to Rentil. He's kind of not 100%. So going on captaincies alone, I think you need a PSG attacker there. I would have a PSG attacker actually. If Hakimi's starting, but Kvaratskhelia isn't, but Barcola is, I'm tempted by Barcola. Not as tempted by Dembele because he's just come back from injury. Let's just look at the fixtures to build this team. So let's look at the fixtures firstly. We'll have a look at captaincy and see where we fall. So I really like Porto this week. Porto have been really frustrating, but if you look, they play Al Ali. Al Ali have lost and drawn 1. They've not scored any goals yet. Now, Porto have kept 1 clean sheet, and they kept it against Palmeiras, which was really good. I don't know what happened at Inter Miami. I feel like they just collapsed. Inter Miami are kind of at home as well, aren't they, right? So I really like Porto. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of the Porto guys in. You're not going to see the pool of the kind of filter part, which is fine because I'll just talk you through it. So Porto, they're down as FC Porto, aren't they? Yes, they are. So I really like Porto this week. I think Diego Costa's going to start, but I also think he's very expensive. The filter doesn't quite work as well as it should on this, does it? You click the ticks off to filter off, and they just literally don't work. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go for... budget doesn't matter this week, by the way. I know a couple of people have mentioned budget, but I honestly really don't think it matters. There's no point in me searching for it because he's there already in my team. So Moura he managed more than 10 attacking returns last season. He's both assists and goals. He's very attacking. Hasn't been amazing, but you have to take into account that he's got multiple routes to points, clean sheets, assists and goals. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter if he doesn't get an attacking return, does he? Because he's capable of keeping a clean sheet. I do like Moura. There's an argument for going for scouting bonus because Moura doesn't have scouting bonus, but what he does have is the attacking threat. I just really like the fixture. I think Porto are going to keep a clean sheet there. I also think they're going to score goals. And I don't like the premium strikers this week. I really don't. So I do think that Agahawa is someone I really like. Again, it's a bit annoying that he's over 5%, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Scouting bonus doesn't massively matter that much. 4.2 million is very, very cheap. So I think he's also on pens as well, isn't he? I think he scored. Who did he score against? Who did he score against? Inter Miami. Got a pen. So I mean, even if Porto aren't in good form, he's still got the ability to score a pen, hasn't he? That's kind of what you want. So I think I'm quite happy with the Porto double up there. More and Agahawa. Let's have a look at chat. Yeah, Rusnak on MLS Fantasy is good. Battaglia is a central midfield. He's not that good. Hey, mate, I hope you get a juicy wildcard team. I'm going to, hopefully. The deadline is at 7. Massey show for this is put up. Yeah, it should be at 7. João Mario for scout bonus. Just because the first match show got done. Costa Boca defender won't play due to injury. Sorry, I've changed my mind. Ed is the GOAT. Apologies. It's not like you, Ed, to say you're the GOAT, is it? Shocking. So I really like Porto. I'm going to get that. I'm not going to get them locked in. They're not fully locked in. Do you know what would help if I actually confirmed the wild card? Have I got to confirm? Have I got to do the wild card first? Reset. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this, guys. Once you confirm your transfers, this booster cannot be activated. What booster is it? Have I already activated it? Can someone tell me if that is the wildcard chip? I completely lost it. I may have lost it, like completely. But the button on the screen does mean unlimited transfers, doesn't it? I'm gonna just say yeah, just so I know, so that I can make transfers. Or chat's dad. Chat's dad. It's frozen. It's gone. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go on. I'm gonna have to do all this again, aren't I? Which is all right. I think the wild card. Yeah, it is. Okay. Great. Cheers. I do so much like screen grabs and changing my team for content and stuff like that, and building drafts that you just lose track of what symbols mean. Yeah. So get rid of all of these. Obviously, I wanted Mora, didn't I? So we'll keep him in. Let me just have a look at any players that I've already got in that can stay in, because it does that weird thing where if you take out a player and put a player in, put another player in, so if you put, say, a new player in, say João Mario, but he took a spot of this player you already had, if you put that player back in, it gets rid of João Mario, so you have to add him back in again. So I'm going to look at my team first and see if anyone needs to come in at the moment. There's not many that I'm like kind of nailed on keeping in as it stands. Apart from Grassi, I think he's borderline essential this week. I think you have to own Grassi this week. This means if it changes only once you confirm a transfer, does it? Yeah. Yeah. Has the mystery chip been released? No, the mystery chip gets released after this round, isn't it? Lewis, it's Tom. Do you think Oblak to Bova goalkeeper? Bova? Oh, do you mean Boca? Marchazin? What is his ownership, Tom? I think if his ownership is lower than 5%, potentially, because it's only 3 points for a hit, isn't it? So scouting bonus, you're pretty much covered. Boca, yeah. Yeah. I do think that Atletico have got a tough game, though. That's not an easy game, Botafogo. It's not an easy game at all. Is it worth a hit? I probably not, Probably not, because I think Blanco's worth a hit. I think Blanco, Zenon, and Morential are worth hits this week. Blanco is Boca Juniors' standout defender. He takes set pieces. He got an assist in one of the first couple of rounds. Zenon is obviously their most creative player. I mentioned that before. He's also on some set pieces. I've spoken to Boca Junior fans about this. Warren especially. The Champions League winner, the UCL fantasy winner, is a Boca Juniors fan. So if you want any kind of more information, then reach out to Jacquin. Dan would kill me pronouncing his name like this. But anyway, yeah, so going back to your question, Tom, probably not, because you get 2 opportunities at the clean sheet, don't you, with the goalkeeper? Whereas I think Blanco's got, not only has Blanco got scouting bonus, but I also think he's got attacking threat. So defender's worth a hit, Zenon's worth a hit, and Morential's worth a hit. Yeah, so those 3 I think that answers the quite a few questions. That probably answers who's the best free picks for Boca Juniors. Probably answers if they're worth a hit. But Taglia's come back from injury. I'm not sure he's worth it because obviously central midfielder. I don't mind the other Boca defender. What's his name? It starts with an A. I don't mind him because he's, where is he? Pronounced Jacquin, pronounced with Keen. Jacquin. Blanco is 6%. Oh, he's not, is he? 6.7. Are you joking? When did that happen? I mean, it's risky going without Blanco, to be fair. Here he is. This is the guy. Luis Advincula. He's 1.5% owned. He is the other fullback. He's actually more expensive than Blanco. So I don't think that matters, though. I don't think budget matters at this point. Definitely go for... I just still think Blanco. I think, yeah, Marco Pellegrini rumoured, but I think he'd play. Yep, he's not as nailed, though. What about Marcus Rojo? No, Rojo, I don't think Rojo's fit, Kieran. And I think Bellingham's 50-50 to start. So, if he does start, it could be 60-70 or 30-40 for Bellingham. I don't think he's worth starting because if Adeyemi plays, it kind of changes things potentially. So, going back to the team, Guirassy, he's coming back. He's coming in. I do want the Porto striker, though. So, let's find Agahawa. I think take price out of this. Completely take price out of Agahawa because I don't think it's irrelevant this week. If you wildcarding anyway. Stupid filter. Stupid bloody filters don't work. Sorry, I'm just waiting for filters to load. I've pressed it like 8 times. Oh. Yeah, okay, so Agahawa's in. So that's 3 players. I think I'm quite happy with all of them. I think it would take me... Guirassy is locked. He is, for me, is he the standout striker this week? Alvarez not keen. Messi not keen. Kane. Don't think he's going to haul. Could do, though, couldn't he? Marantiel's probably better, isn't he, than Guirassy this week. But saying that, Guirassy is just relentless, man. He's like Haaland, but he is quite like Haaland, isn't he? But I think he's more of a big game player though, Guirassy. Haaland isn't a big game player, is he? Guirassy scored 3 against Barcelona. Haaland doesn't tend to do much. So I've just been tagged in loads of stuff. 1 second. Right, okay, yeah, back to the fixtures, back to targeting fixtures unless there's any more questions. Full team training this week for Rojo, lots of clips of him looking spicy. I'm not massively keen on defenders who come back from training. I do like him though. I do like him obviously as a differential, Kieran, so he's not a terrible shout, but Min's like a bit dodgy, isn't it? Is Carlo Garcia a good option since Mbappe is still in hospital? I do think he'll start. Let me just look at Garcia's minutes. I'm pretty sure he started both of the first 2 games. Where does this Garcia guy come from anyway? Like, I'm pretty onto Real Madrid in terms of... Yeah, Primera Federation Group 2. He's played a lot of... Oh, so he's only recently been bumped up to the first team. He's been playing in the Primera Federation, so that's why I don't know him. In fact, he played a couple of La Liga matches, that's it. That's probably why I didn't really notice. He got a goal against Al Hilal. He got an assist against Pachuca. He's a good player, isn't he? He's a good asset. Let me look at his minutes, though, because it's the minutes that I'm more concerned about. I think Oh, he played 90. So he played 90 against Al Hilal. He came off early, I'm sure he did, against Pachuca, but that could be potentially because the game was won. He came off at half time. I don't know what Real Madrid are going to do this week. That's the problem. They've obviously got Gula, Bellingham. They've obviously got Garcia, Brahim Diaz, Rudiger. So I don't know why I said Rudiger. He'll probably come in for Asensio, who got red carded. They've got quite a few players. They've got quite a poor bench, actually. Real Madrid probably need a bit more squad depth, don't they? It's not very good. The starting 11, best 11 is probably one of the best in the world, but they do need depth. Anyway, I think Garcia is an all right option. I think he's a decent option. I think Vinicius might be a better option, though, because he's on pans, isn't he? Do I think Palmeiras keep a clean sheet this week? I think that's quite a dodgy game, that, isn't it? I think that's quite... It could go either way, because if Inter Miami turn up like they did against Porto, we can say, yes, it was Porto, and they've been a bit frustrating, but Porto and Palmeiras drew 0-0 in the first match. I fancy Inter Miami to score in that. I do. It's Messi as well, isn't it? You know, he can pull a goal from anywhere. Inter Miami scored a couple of goals as well, didn't they, against Porto? Yeah, I'm not keen on Palmeiras defence. I don't mind Piqueras. I would bring in Zanin for Actocoglu, because Actocoglu, not only is he really annoying and not very good, but Di Maria is more likely to start. I think he's on pans as well, isn't he? He got 2 pans against Auckland. I know it's not Auckland, but you know, Bayern aren't exactly fantastic defensively, are they? You know, we saw that against Boca Juniors. Boca Juniors, good side, by the way. But, you know, Benfica, fully capable of scoring. You know, they've got Pavlidis is on fire. Di Maria's Di Maria. I also like Kochu as well, even though he had an argument with... I'm not too sure how safe Kochu is this week. He had a massive blowout, didn't he, with the manager? Is it Bruno Lage? Bruno Lage had a massive blowout. Saw them having a really big argument. He was swearing at the manager and everything. So I'm not actually sure that Kochu's going to start this week. I'm not sure. Madueke, do you reckon he plays? I do think Madueke is going to play this week. I think that it's going to be... Because he didn't start the last match. He only started... He was frustrating. He got a lot of He got a lot of backlash off the fans this week, Madueke, including me. I was really frustrated watching him. I do still like him though. You know, he's got the ability to break like low blocks. He's very fast. He's got a quick turn of pace. I do think Delap's going to start. I do think Palmer's going to start. It's just where the positioning, because Palmer played on the wing in the last match. I don't really like him on the wing. I prefer him in the number 10. And we kind of shape this team around Palmer, don't we? So if you go back to LAFC, the game there, Palmer, you know, he kind of started in the number 10, did drift towards the right-hand side where naturally he can cut in on his left and send crosses in. We see that all the time. But Madueke, his heat map from the last game was basically, full red at the edge of the box, the opposition box. So my issue with Madueke is he's not as good as Neto, Palmer. I don't think he's as good as Delap this week either. I think Delap's definitely going to start and probably play 60 plus minutes. I can't say the same for Madueke. I do like him as a differential though. Palmer, it's a different story, isn't he? Palmer at the moment, I really like the Chelsea double up this week, to be honest. Sorry, one sec. So, firstly, yeah, some sort of call to action. This is what YouTubers do. Just make sure you like and subscribe. I get told off by the chat if I don't tell people to like and subscribe. So please like and subscribe, especially subscribe. Again, thank you for those in the chat that have already subscribed. Really do Really appreciate it. Again, call to action, like and subscribe. Also, I do really want to have a look at the you should be able to see this main screen now. One second. Sorry, I know this is really boring, but sometimes I just need to check stuff. Yes, okay. We're on to chat now. Between Neto and Bellingham, who should I buy? I think Neto. Zenon, or yeah, Zenon definitely. The chat is delayed. The chat is really delayed, actually. That was ages ago. Oh, it's muted, muted, muted. Who's on mute? Why are loads of people saying you're on mute? Was I on mute then for that whole time? Please don't say I was on mute for that whole situation. That's handy. Okay, so is chat still working? Chat is still working. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't know why, but when I went over to FFC, I didn't have a mic attached, which is great, isn't it? Is chat still loading? Just waiting for chat to come in because it seems a little bit delayed. It's gone back to old kind of talking points. You're on mute, unmuted back now. Yeah, it was the FFC page. I didn't add a mic to it, so that whole was a waste of time. I'm not going to click back on it. I don't think I'm muted now. Am I? Someone's still saying I'm still muted. Yeah, it is. I'll stay away from the FFC page for now. I didn't add a microphone. Very rookie of me. Sorry, guys. I can't believe you actually stayed. You actually stayed while I was on mute. Just quickly though, FFC again. Yeah, go to. It's not FFC. It's not Fantasy Football Scout. It's Fantasy Football Community. It's. I do think you should join. No, it's not. The PC's fine. It's just I didn't add a mic. When you have to change scenes in OBS, and when I changed scene, I didn't actually add a mic. Again, rookie mistake. Won't make it again. Probably will. So just going back to my team, I'll tell you. I'll take some questions in a bit. Going back to my team, I actually need to make one because if the deadline goes at 6, I'm a little bit screwed. So good fixtures. Back to good fixtures. Boca Juniors. Let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to Boca Juniors because they are essential this week. If you don't have a triple up, why? If you do, make sure it is Marantial. Make sure that it is Zenon, wherever he is. We've only got 4 points, but don't be put off by him. And also defenders, it has to be Blanco, although he is above 5% owned, which is annoying. But they're the free. They are the free. So going back down the fixtures, Chelsea are. Is it my Chelsea bias? I do really like Chelsea this week. Chelsea have actually created 10 big chances in the first 2 matches. Yes, they missed loads, but Jackson was playing. I don't think Delap. I think Delap's a better striker than Jackson. I think he's going to score some, which I also think helps Palmer. I do think it helps Palmer. He's got he's got a bigger target to hit. He's got a proper striker ahead of him now, hasn't he? Not just a Jackson who's going to be running around. I've spoken to Chelsea fans and I would prefer Jackson on the left wing. I'd try him. So let's go for Chelsea. Not massively keen on any of their defenders. Reece James I like, but I'm not too sure if he's going to play. He can't really play that much. He's a major risk playing him every game. Man in form or penalty taker. Palmer or Pedro Neto. Best 2 goalkeepers, including Boca's. I don't actually like the Boca Juniors goalkeeper this week because I think he blocks Blanco. Will Rodriguez start? I don't know if he'll start the next game. I like Chelsea, especially Neto and Enzo. Definitely not Frozen Palmer. I went for Palmer and Neto and also considering Colwill. Yeah, Kieran, the thing is with Palmer is we have seen how good he's been for the last 2 years in the Premier League. Yes, he's off the boil at the moment, and the answer to this question might be yes, but would you be surprised if he scored 2 or got a mega haul? Because I wouldn't be. And that is kind of stressing me out. The decision. I'm going to put Palmer in for now. I'm going to put Palmer and Neto in. My original draft had both in, so let's put both in. Not massive on the defence, but I will look at them. I do really like Belele, who plays for ES Juniors. Very good player. Flamingo and LAFC. I think Flamingo are going to score. I think LAFC are going to score this week. There's something about the North American teams that they're warm into the competition. They're getting a little bit better now, aren't they? I'm saying that they lost to Esperance. Flamingo have got 6 points. So they're defo through. There's potential that Arrascaeta gets There's potential for Arrascaeta there to get rotated, I think. I don't really like Arrascaeta this week. I think there's a chance that he gets rotated. Looks like Danilo started and scored. Wesley started. Arrascaeta, Gerson, Plata, Arejo. Don't mind Arejo. I'm not hot on Flamengo this week. I should be, but I'm just not. Dortmund, I am. We've already got Guirassy in at the moment, so I think a defender. They kept the clean sheet against Fluminense 0-0. They were really good. I mean, they fell apart against Sundowns, but how fun were Sundowns? How fun were they? Got some good players as well, Zwane. I like the keeper Williams. I think he's a good shot stopper. He did make a mistake though in the game, didn't he? Very exciting team to watch though, Sundown. Where am I going with this? Chelsea, Flamengo, Dortmund. That's where I was going. I'm going to provisionally put in a Dortmund defender because I do really like Svensson. He's so attacking. I don't think it matters if he's 6.1% owned because he is so attacking. If we just go back to the latest match, the latest Dortmund match against Sundown, we'll be able to see that he obviously started in wing back, which is really good. He got 2 key passes. He created 2 big chances. He didn't have any shots on goal. Let me just look at his. That's two big chances is good though. Just look at his previous game against Fluminense. I imagine it wasn't as good. 1 shot off target. 1 shot off target. I'm stuck between Svensson and where is he? Look at chat quickly. I like Chelsea. I would be given his form. I'm gambling on triple Flamengo defence this week. I am not keen. I think they're definitely through. Arrascaeta won't play. Delat for a -3. Like it. Flamengo guaranteed tops. They could lose 10-0. Exactly. Cucurella due a goal. Yeah, maybe. Just going back to my Dortmund defence though. I do want a defender this week because I do think they can keep a clean sheet. I also want... if Anton is below 5%, then... yeah, he's free. I think he's a great asset. Great asset. He's going in. So, rest of my team. I've got no goalkeepers, which isn't ideal so far. I probably need to hurry up. I want my team complete by 6 o'clock, just in case, and then I'll probably tinker with it. So, let's speed this up a bit. Slightly concerned about Fluminense defence now, but you get 2 cracks of the whip with the Fluminense defence, the goalkeepers, sorry. So that's why I do think that Fluminense's best defensive asset this week is Fabio. I also very much like Harry Arse. How has Harry Arse not got a picture? After a goal and assist in the last match, Harry Arse has not got a picture. I think he's a great asset this week. But look at that, midfield already stocked up, and that's without, you know, a couple of big hitters. So Fluminense, I think, double up at least against Sundowns. Again, if they don't keep a clean sheet, you've got another goalkeeper, right? So into River Plate, don't like Wydad. This is where it's at, isn't it? Friday. Look at that. Al Hilal, I'm coming for you. I do really like Al Hilal this week. They kept a clean sheet. They were also good against Real Madrid. I do see the point of you're not quite sure what you're going to get with him. I think either way, though, they're great options. I think one of the defenders is a must this week based on their attacking potential. I like Lodi. Has he still got a scouting bonus? 3.6. Still got. See, that's a nailed for me. He's got scouting. He's got scouting bonus. He's got attacking threat. He's going to be playing against Pachuca, who were absolutely terrible against Real Madrid. Absolutely awful. I mean, they lost and they were Real Madrid had 10 men for majority of the game. It's filling up nicely now, isn't it, team? I do want to provisionally also put in my main man, Salem. This guy is due a haul, you know. He's due a haul. Oh no, look, when I return Salem now, someone's gonna go. Arias went, right, I'm gonna have to find him now. I'm gonna have to find Arias. Would help if I deselected. Right, so Arias is back in. Midfield complete, which is concerning. Defence not complete. I had a goalkeeper and defender to fill. So, goalkeeper and a defender. Ooh, I like Trent, you know. I do like Trent. Still like him. I'm pretty much creating the same draft as my team selection video. Pretty sure I am, anyway. I think, who wasn't in my team selection? I think Arias wasn't. Oh, Trent's going to take someone's place now. Who is it? Who's just gone from there? Who has just gone? That's going to bug me now. See what I mean? You add a player and if you return a player, the other player goes, it would be someone at the top. Oh, PSG defense. Ah, okay. No Hakimi. Maybe Hakimi is who was it? Was it Mora? Did anyone see who I had originally? Yeah, I forgot about PSG at the moment. I will come back to them though. Who did I have in that in place of Trent a minute ago, chat? Does anyone know? Yeah, team reveal, team selection. I did have Kvara and Mendes. Midfield is going to be a headache for me. That's going to go to the wire. Didn't have Garcia. No Madrid attackers. Yeah, I know. I like Vinny. I really like Vinny, but I don't know who I'd take out. Potentially Agahauer. Let's just go back to who I actually had in defence. I would have had Porto would have been first. Boca Juniors would have been Blanco. So it's Blanco that I'm missing. Who don't want to be missing Blanco. That would not be good. 1 second. So defense is kind of complete. It's got no PSG in. I'm going to talk you through who could be sacrificed though for potential PSG players. I just need a keeper. I need a goalkeeper. Do you know what? It makes sense to go Cobalt, but does he play at the same time as Fabio? Are you joking me? I'm not particularly keen. Oh, it's Donnarumma, wasn't it? There you go. That's who I was going to go for. Donnarumma. Some PSG coverage. This is why I was quite comfortable with no PSG defence for a second there. Yeah, so who am I missing? Have I got everyone in? First of all, I'm going to save this. Let's have a look at chat. Yeah, it was Blanco. Thank you. Not Benfica buying mids. I do like Lise still. Chat's just glitched. You had Blanco, yeah. I think you had Trent Hakimi, no Anton. I would change Arias to Barcola if he starts. The issue with that is that he plays Sundowns next. Pretty sure, isn't it? Yeah, he plays Sundowns next. And they fell apart to Dortmund. The way Sundowns play is super, super attacking. I'm surprised Ulsan didn't score against them. There was quite a few errors as well. And Arias takes set pieces. So he scored a direct free kick, didn't he? It was a good free kick as well. So I don't know if Arias is going to be sacrificed there. Let me just save this. Play a wild card. Confirm transfers. And I've got 10 minutes to at least order these guys in terms of date. So 23rd, right, so Donnarumma needs to start first. Imagine if Donnarumma didn't even play. 27th is Trent. 28th? No, 28th, 25th. 24 needs to get in, doesn't he? You can get in for Al-Sari. Arias needs to get in for Lodi. What's wrong with that? Bit dodgy, this site, isn't it? It's a little bit dodgy. So dates wise, I'm all set. So if the deadline does go early, I'm pretty okay with that team. Bono is such a good time. Yeah, Kieran, the only reason I've done this is because I did this to prior to match day 1, just in case. The deadline is probably going to go at 7 o'clock, but you don't know, do you? You just don't know with this game. So yeah. No, I'm not. I'm just activating the wild card. I'm not done. This isn't my team. This is definitely not my team. I've got some players who I want to get in. Real Madrid attack is one of them. I don't. Who do I feel like I need? If Hakimi comes in, firstly, how much money have I got in the bank? That would help, because if I need to start upgrading, are you joking? Have you seen that? 12.3 million in the bank. I don't think I need to worry about budget today, do I? So, yeah, if you look at that, I'm okay with that team. To be fair, I'm probably overrating some players. I'm probably overrating the Chelsea double up. I'm probably overrating Trent. I'm probably overrating Salem Al-Dasari. So I do think there's potential to get in 2 different midfielders. I think Arias and Zanin are locked. I think they're pretty locked. Judging on the lack of defensive options, I also think that Lodi's locked. I think Mora from Porto. I need some coverage, Porto. They're playing a team that hasn't scored yet. I need some defensive coverage. I think Mora's locked. I think Blanco's locked. On the fence with Anton, whether it's going to be Anton or Svensson. I'm on the fence whether to include a Dortmund asset at all. Change captain. Yeah, should have done that earlier. Well done. I can't really change, can I? Hakimi? I'll probably change captain with the... So the first game is going to be... I really don't like Atletico. Oh, so that's... I should probably change it to Mora for now, just in case I have no PSG. Having no PSG is obviously probably dumb. PSG, who... Someone remind me who... 12... Yeah, 12 mil, I know, it's crazy. We know who is starting in defence for PSG. Like, who do you reckon is sure to start? So, in terms of who I think is definite to start, I just think you... So the first thing you have... First thing... One second. Is the stream okay? Just someone just check in and just mention if the stream's okay, because I had a couple of messages saying there was some issues there. So if just someone can jump in and just say, yeah, stream's fine, or stream's a bit dodgy, then just yeah, do that, please. So originally the predicted lineup for PSG, yeah, Zaire Emery at right back. That's not right, surely. Surely that's not right. PSG need to win this, don't they? Let me just have a look at the group. Well, they lost a game, so they... Botafogo. So if Botafogo... PSG need to win this, don't they? PSG need to win. So surely you're not... Yeah, all good. Great. Cheers. Hiya, Get Carter. Good afternoon. Well, it's evening here, I suppose. Get your questions in. I'll answer them. Thoughts on Cancelo, Keith? I think he's okay. I think he's a good option. He can shoot from outside the box. Can't even saw that for Man City. I think he's an okay option. I do prefer Lodi though. 10 attacking returns last season. I do think he's the better option. Right, so yes, what do I need to change? The Chelsea double is dodgy. Get that. Feeling you on that, guys. So I do agree there. Mims of Cavani starting. How much weight in it? I don't know. I think he's a good option though, because if he comes on for 45 minutes against a bad team, he's probably going to score a couple, isn't he? It's similar to Morantiel. Morantiel could play the first half. Obviously, he's only just come back from injury. But in that first half, Boca Juniors could score 5-6 goals. So it also probably works in the favour of Cavani if he doesn't start, because he's coming on against a tired team. Now, Auckland conceded, I'm pretty sure Auckland are really consistent when it comes to conceding penalties. I think they conceded 2 in the first game, didn't they? Did they concede 2 in the first game? I know they conceded 2 in the second game because Di Maria scored and took 2. And if Morantiel isn't on, you would imagine Cavani takes them. So no, they only conceded 1 penalty. 1 pan. So they've conceded 3 pans. Yeah, 16 goals. Yeah, exactly. So it's been confirmed that Cavani will be benched. Yeah, I mean, again, if he comes on though for that second match, I just think I don't think avoiding Cavani because he's on the bench is like a good way to think about it. I think a good way to think about it is Cavani will definitely probably come off the bench. I say definitely, probably. He probably will. He's also going to be coming up against a tired Auckland who concede penalties for fun. 3 penalties so far. 3 of their 16 goals have been pans. He will also take them, likely, if Morantiel is off the pitch. So I don't think Cavani is a differential. He's a differential, obviously, but I don't think he's a wild pick. I think he's a good pick. Chat. Palmer, Desari, and PSG mid. Please pick 4. Well, he sent me Palmer twice. I'm only going to pick Palmer once. I think to answer that question, I'd have to answer the question in my own team, which is who to pick out of them both. Is Palmer going to play? That's a stupid question because he plays every game. If he's done 90 in his first 2 or close to that, it's a little bit worrying. 2 minutes until the deadline could go, so I'm going to make a quick decision to transfer out him to Due. What else? Trent or Anton. I'm going to take Anton out for Hakimi. I'm going to save that for now. I'm also going to make Hakimi captain for that first match. How does that look, chat? Just in case the deadline... It won't go. I don't think the deadline will go. But also... Tempted by Vinny. Pans. Vinny will be on pans. Have I got the budget? I had 12 mil. I've still got 5. I've still got 5 mil after bringing in Vinicius. Who have I subbed? Have I subbed anyone that's going to start early? No. Yeah, so that was my emergency team. Definitely, probably. I think you've probably heard that before, Kieran. I say that quite a lot. You've had 2 Palmers, mate. What do you mean? I had 2 Palmers in my team. Did I? I don't think I did. I think I had Palmer. You can't have 2 Palmers, can you? Just have a look. I seem to have lost. What have I lost? No, I don't see anything. Okay, so taking Palmer out seems risky. Yeah, I know the up-tempo release is definitely maybe. It's a trend now, Kieran. I'd get a Boca defender with scouting bonus. I'm not going for a scouting bonus for Boca because I think Blanco is a really, really good option. He's on set pieces, so his assist potential kind of balances out the scouting bonus, maybe even betters it. So I don't know why I've got Dewey in. The deadline goes now. I'm screwed, aren't I? Let me refresh this. Okay. I've refreshed. It's 6 o'clock. The deadline has not gone yet. Let's see. Oh, it's 1 minute. It's 1 minute past. The deadline's not bugged. Or is it? Or is it? No. Do you? Am I convinced by Aldasawi? Yeah, it's definitely not bugged. It means I can just play around for another hour, which is good. I don't. Is the PSG double up? Oh, the lineups. Are we due the lineups, or have I just made that up? What time's kickoff? Kickoff is at 8. So we're gonna get the lineups at deadline. I think we should probably get the lineups for PSG a lot earlier than. I would use 12th man. Yeah. Because there's a lot of 50-50s this week. So if I could have 12th man, I'd play it and add like someone like Palmer or Vinny or, someone that I'm kind of on the fence with. Again, please like and subscribe, guys, while you're in the chat. I keep forgetting to do it. Please like and subscribe, especially subscribe. Recently hit 200 subscribers within 7 days, which I don't know if that's good. Is it good? Who knows? But cheers. Yeah, 2 hours till kick off. So 2 hours till kick off. I'm only 4 subscribers off 250. So four of you have to subscribe, please. Be nice. Do it. You don't have to like, just subscribe. I really need to make a decision on Chelsea. Supporting Chelsea is tough, man, in fantasy games. It's tough. Club World Cup fantasy. I kind of feel like I should have a Chelsea defender. I'm kind of thinking Sanchez instead of Donnarumma, because if PSG are rotating quite heavily and Seattle are quite handy, yeah, that makes sense. Of course it does. If PSG are rotating, then yeah, I do think Madueke is going to start this week. He's a nice punt, The only reason I haven't really considered Madueke is because I'm so stuck between Pedro, Neto, and Palmer. Like I just can't get that decision. I just can't really come to a conclusion, one that I'm really comfortable with, which is why I keep reverting back to the double up, because I don't know who to pick. So goalkeeper wise, I'm going to back Chelsea against Tunis, but Belali is so good. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for Sanchez. This isn't Chelsea biased, by the way. This is... Firstly, let's see what other clean sheets could come in. Atleti, not keen. I think Botafogo will score. If PSG rotate, likely could potentially score, but wouldn't drop Hakimi if he starts. Palmeiras, I think, concede. I think Porto are going to keep a clean sheet, but I've already got Porto. Bayern could keep a clean... No, they're not going to keep a clean sheet, are they? Boca a defo, but I've already got a triplet. Chelsea, clean sheet looks okay. Flamengo could rotate. Pretty sure they rotated in the last match quite heavily. Dortmund, I've got Anton, who is a better option than Kobal because he's got scouting bonus. Fluminense, I've got the goalkeeper. I don't fancy the Fluminense double up because I honestly think Sundowns are a good team. Inter and River Plate could definitely be 0-0, couldn't it? But I'm so sick of Inter. Sick to death of them. No thanks, Wydad. No thanks, City. And I've already got Real Madrid. There's not many options, is there, really? I don't mind the Monterrey odds. I don't mind them, but at the same time, Red Diamonds were pretty good against Inter, weren't they? I know Inter were dodgy, but yeah, it puts me off slightly. Yeah, I just think Sanchez there. I think Sanchez. Let's get him. Has he got a scouting bonus? 5.2%. You joking? Yeah. Just double check that they play on the different days. 25th, 25th. Have we done this dance before? Okay, that's good. So Chelsea... Sorry, who have I got on? Is it Fluminense against Sundowns? Fluminense against Sundowns, isn't it? Yeah, so basically, having Sanchez would mean Tuesday night, which is, I know is Wednesday morning, but to me it's Tuesday night because I can set my goalkeeper before I go to bed. Well, he'll be set anyway, right? Because the Fluminense goalkeeper will come straight in. So I think I'm going to add Sanchez. I don't particularly like the double up in defence, actually, of PSG. So Sanchez is in, so I'll make the goalkeeper change there. Let's have a look. One off. Oh no, Ramos defence. Yeah, Belali is suspended. I'm not keen on Enzo. I don't think that's what's. Ooh, Belali. Is Belali suspended for that game? If Belali's suspended for that game, Chelsea's clean sheet odds, they go up a lot. I don't think is he suspended? I don't think he's suspended, is he? Can we get confirmation in chat if Belali is suspended? I don't think he's did he get? Does he? How did? Why is he suspended? Sorry, just let me know if my mic's too close to my face, please. Because I don't want you to have to listen to me shout. Yusuf Belali, such a good player. Such a good. He's had. Ooh. Did he score? He scored against LAFC, didn't he? Chat. What's chat saying? I think you can see it in the app. Can you? Can I be your sub? Yes, mate. Sub away. Go for it. Just let me double check. I need to know this Belali situation is annoying. I'm just going to type him in, see if he's flagged. He's had 2 yellow cards. Has he? Has he had 2 yellow cards? Sorry about that. Yes, he's suspended. Crazy. Tell you what, Chelsea's clean sheet odds have just gone way up for me. Way up. So, I mean, Sanchez is a lock now, I think. I think even if PSG don't rotate, I'm still quite happy with that because Belali is their star player. He can get past defenders with ease. for diving. Yeah, 2 yellows. Yeah, so he's out. I mean, that is amazing, because Belele's such a great player. I know I'm like big on AFCON players, but you should have seen him run the. I don't know if you saw the game actually, chat, but against, was it Flamengo? It was against Flamengo. Both. This is important because obviously you could even go for the double up in the Chelsea defence with Cucurella, because Cucurella, you know, if someone mentioned he's due a goal. Belele, what did he do in the first game? Shot on target, 2 shots off, shot blocked. He's so active, isn't he? He's obviously better against worse opposition, though. Chelsea maybe not horrific, but it still affects the clean sheet odds enough for me to be a little bit worried. Belele against LAFC. He had 2 shots on target, 1 big chance missed, 3 key passes. He's dangerous. Yeah, so clean sheet locked. Not clean sheet locked. No, Mbappe won't be back. Yeah, I think as soon as I was aware that Belele's not playing, he's the Chelsea clean sheet was pretty good for me. Pretty good. So just who needs to go in my team? I do like Agahawa. I need to write this down. Sorry, chat. I'm just getting a notepad. Players that I like. I'll tell you what, let's just go through players that I don't have. I don't like Atletico Botafogo. PSG, we need to check the lineups for that, because have I got Hakimi in or is he out? Okay, so if Hakimi's PSG lines, Hakimi and Kvaratskhelia, because if Hakimi and Kvaratskhelia are playing, then I think they're pretty much essential this week. I don't want to overstate the word essential, but, you know, looking back at the Achraf Hakimi in the final of the Champions League, you know, he scored the early goal. He ended up getting the clean sheet. That game alone for Hakimi, and it's not just a one-off, because he's managed 20 plus attacking returns this season across all competitions. So going without Hakimi is dangerous. Let's just say that. So Hakimi and Kvaratskhelia, they are 2 that I need to consider. Let's have a look at chat. Is Mbappe likes his back? No, he won't. Sasso will score against Sass. I'm not even sure. Did Sass start the last match? For some reason, I don't have it in my head that Sass started the last match. I have it that he didn't in my head. No, he didn't. He didn't start. He came on for half an hour. So, I mean, yeah, he could score at the end, couldn't he? But Porto keeper, there's a bit of doubt around the Porto goalkeeper. People saying Costa's back. Is he back? Did he play the last game, Costa? I'm sure there's been a lot of messing around with goalkeepers with Porto. You know, is he ready? Is he not? I'm pretty sure he's not started a game yet. So I wouldn't go for a Porto goalkeeper, even if, you know, he's predicted to start. He didn't start. He was very active. Yeah. Adeyemi, will Adeyemi start? Well, I don't know if Adeyemi is going to start or not, because he didn't start the last game, but also Joe Bellingham started as well. So if you look at I don't think Jobe's going to start. Bellingham was really good the other night. I thought he was. He plays very similarly to Jude. Wouldn't it be funny if he ended up better than Jude Bellingham, Jobe? Yeah, I mean, the front three, I think Jobe was in the number 10, wasn't he? Jobe was in number 10. Garassi, Brandt. Front three, Garassi, Bellingham, Brandt. If Adeyemi plays, he's either going to play at wing back, which I can't see, or he's going to replace Brandt or Bellingham. It's just too messy for me. Too messy. Porto. Would you 12-man Mbappe or two? Mbappe is not right. Let me just get confirmation on Mbappe because there's too many people asking about Mbappe. Firstly, if you're going to go for a Real Madrid striker, go for Vinny. He'll be on pans, likely. I don't think he's I don't think he's ready, Mbappe, at all. Like, would you risk him against Salzburg? I'm not too sure. He's back in training. He's in recovery. He's not going to start. I don't think he'll even feature. Yes, too risky to have Mbappe. 100%. Don't get Mbappe. Get Vinny. If you're gonna get a Real Madrid attacker, Vinny will start. He definitely is probably essential, Kieran. You are right. Probably, definitely, or definitely, probably. Being in training, yeah, I don't know if he's going to start. Might feature, maybe. Thoughts on Leonardo? I'm pretty sure Leonardo is the Al Hilal attacker. I'm pretty sure he's the Al Hilal attacker, right? I should know this. I should know every bloody player in the game by now. Leonardo's a great choice in my opinion. Yeah, Kieran, you're probably confirming now that he's a good option. You like a differential, don't you, Kieran? I'm pretty sure Leonardo plays for Al Hilal, though. If he does, then any of the Al Hilal players could do well. They didn't score against Salzburg. I was quite surprised by that, actually. Quite surprised by that because they had 19 shots. So, I think you have to... that Al Hilal attack this week looks very good, doesn't it? He's an okay option, Fran Garcia over Trent. Yeah, he's an okay one. He's obviously got an assist and he's probably got scouting bonus. Yeah, he's probably a decent option. I just prefer Trent. Leonardo. Yeah, okay, yeah. So you've gone for yeah, okay, so Marcus Leonardo. Yeah, I don't mind him. He's all right. He's all right. I'd probably have him over the premiums like Haaland and Kane and stuff. He's a nice punt, but I don't think I'd have him over my current front three. Where was I in terms of picking out players that I wanted? So distracted on these things. Yeah, so... Excuse me. So players that I don't have that I want, that I need to add to this little list I've got here. Bayern, Elise. Can't get Elise out of my head, you know. Amazing, wasn't he? Benfica will concede. Bayern are good. Boca, I'm tripled up. Chelsea, who haven't I got? Did I take out Palmer? Because I'm going to have to put Palmer back on the list, aren't I? The issue with this list is there's already 3 midfielders on it. Which says a lot about midfielders this week, doesn't it? Cucurella. I like Cucurella this week. He could be a serious option. Cucurella. Flamingo. I like Svensson as well. Svensson's going on the list for Anton. It's between them two. Don't like Inter, don't like Montre, don't like Alhainas. The further you get down the list, the worse it gets, really, doesn't it? Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Al Hilal. I do like that last day on the Friday, though. It's kind of like a saving grace, isn't it? You know, if you're not having a good week, you bring on Vinny, you bring on Aldasari, and then you can kind of wake up to a shed load of points. You do need, I would say, get a captain on Friday. Do I think Kane starts? Yeah, I think he's going to start. Would you sell Pavlidis or Griezmann from Rental? I don't think Griezmann started the last match. Oh. I'd take a hit for them both. I would hit out Pavlidis and Griezmann for a -6 happily. I would do that for sure. Do I think? Yeah, Kane does. Yeah. He has been in my fantasy team and is a double-digit returner. We're actually, I think we're going to be covering Saudi fantasy in the new season, actually, Kieran. So it's good to know that you play it. Good to know. Maybe do a bit of content potentially. Yeah, Aldasari, amazing player. I do want to look at his stats, right? I don't want to look into Aldasari too much because I think he's a great option. Because Al Hilal, let's just look at Al Hilal. Offensively, they've scored 1 goal in 2 games, but if you actually look at what they've managed, so that against Real Madrid they managed 2 big chances and 13 shots, and then against Al Hilal they managed. Did they manage any big chances against Salzburg? Probably not. Yeah, they managed 1, so 19 shots. So 32 shots in 2 matches from Al Hilal. 32 shots. Yes, you could probably look at it. Were they good in terms of XG? But they're very active, aren't they? They're extremely active. So they're quite dominant as well in terms of possession. So not only are they dominant in terms of possession, but they are having quite a lot of shots. Let me just have a look at there's surely a way to look at their shot heat map. Because if they're just kind of spaffing shots outside the box, then that would make me less convinced about... has anyone got access to Al Hilal's shot map from the last game? Usually I can find it on SofaScore against Salzburg. So if you go for the is it AI Insights? No, I don't know what that new thing is. Usually it's... Oh, shot map. Here we go. So they had 19 shots. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots in the box. 10 outside, 3 on the cusp of the box. 6 shots well outside the box, but 9 shots in the box. Let me see if Aldasari... What was Aldasari doing? What was he doing? He had freaky passes, 1 shot on, 2 shot... Yeah, this Pachuca are gonna get hammered, aren't they? You can't not... I don't think you cannot have Aldasari this week. Al Ali, Al Ain, LFC, Auckland have all failed to score so far. I wonder how many of them will score before the departing tournament. I don't think Al Ali will score against Porto. Al Ain are playing Wydad AC off the top of my head, so I think very realistic that they score. Very realistic that all of them score, actually, because I do think that LAFC are going to score this week. Do you think LAFC are going to score this week? Sorry, I've left you on a really boring screen there. Let's have a look at LAFC. Where are they? Flamingo. Sorry, yeah, really boring team. There you go. That's my team currently. I'm locked on the goalkeepers. I'm locked on Blanco, locked on Mora. Hakimi is lineup dependent. If he's not playing, then I will turn to... I want Chelsea double defence. Dortmund double defence. Wouldn't that be fun? How fun would Dortmund double defence be of Anton and Svensson? Against Ulsan. Ulsan are not good, are they? They lost to Sundowns 1-0. Oh, they scored a couple, didn't they? If Hakimi doesn't play, I need better alternatives. I think the fact that I'm unsure about who to bring in instead of Hakimi pretty much locks Trent and Lodi in as well. So other than Hakimi, I think my backline is pretty locked. Yeah. So the options... Have I missed any options? Have I missed any options for... In defence? Don't like Atletico, PSG... Don't like if they rotate. Palmeiras. No, I don't like Palmeiras. Already got Porto. Don't like buying Benfica. Triple up at Boca already. Chelsea double up. Is that The Chelsea double up also blocks the Chelsea double up in defence also blocks the Chelsea double up in attack, doesn't it? So if do I want to pop? There's just not many good defender options this week, is there really? Fluminense, Real Madrid double, Real Madrid defence. Nah. Ooh, I tell you what would be naughty. A double up of Lodi and Cancelo on the last day. How differential would that be? Do we trust Al Hilal enough though? Chat, what do you think about the double up of Cancelo and Lodi? If Hakimi's not, if he's not playing. I'm going to write Cancelo. We have a decision in Svensson or Anton. Cancelo, chat, what do we think? What is I think chat might be broke, or people just aren't messaging. Just to confirm that chat isn't broke, can someone just say anything at all? Yeah, I have it already. Have what? Oh, you have Cancelo and Lodi double up. That's so like exciting, isn't it? Cancelo and Lodi. Let me just have a look at Cancelo last match. He worries me as well. Look, he's not exactly. I mean, they were both. I mean, Cancelo was subbed on the 80th minute. No key passes. I have a feeling as well that Cancelo is not eligible for scouting bonus. So let me just check that quickly. No, he's not eligible for scouting bonus, Cancelo. Oh, I kind of need Hakimi to start, otherwise I might. There's got to be another defender. Someone tell me who they fancy in defence this week. Chelsea. Cucurella is on my mind slightly. We're so mental. We play like nutcases though, don't we, Chelsea? We're just like all out crazy. So Sergio Ramos surely he slots in as a Thursday captaincy option as well. Fran Garcia. I'm going to add Sergio Ramos. I'm going to add Sergio Ramos. I'm getting rid of Cancelo. Monterrey play Euro Red Diamonds. Haven't Monterrey been really good defensively actually? I know they they kept the clean sheet against Inter, but River Plate got a red card. At what point did they get a red card? Oh, so let's have a look at stats. How much they had 3 big chances, River Plate. Inter had 2 big chances. They're conceding too many big chances. I think they've been quite lucky. So they've conceded 5 big chances, but only conceded 1 goal. So that's an overperformance. I'm going to take Ramos back off. But then Chelsea, like, you know, you could probably say the same about Chelsea, right? Like, I mean, they are against a team without the star man in Belali. Chelsea in their 2-0 win against LAFC conceded 3 big chances. And then obviously against Flamingo conceded 6. Man, I need a defender. Yeah, I need a defender. If Hakimi does not start, I could be in trouble. Let's park that for a sec. Let's park the Hakimi decision for a second, because it could be a case of absolutely flapping it around the deadline. It could be a case of, let's just work our way into midfield. Elise. It's the PSG. The PSG is basically determining what I do, because if Kvaratskhelia doesn't start, then am I even keen on Doué and Kvaratskhelia? He's very lively, Doué, isn't he? But is he consistent? Because on my midfielders list, I've got Elise, Palmer, and Kvaratskhelia. Now, if Hakimi doesn't play, I'm going to go for Cucurella, which blocks Palmer, which means we have a decision to make between Elise and Kvaratskhelia. But if Doué start, if Kvaratskhelia doesn't start, then it's a case of, if PSG rotate, it's PSG, isn't it? This whole stream has been potentially has been pretty PSG dominant. We need the PSG lineup. New PSG tweet with shirt names. Barcola, Ramos for the percent, maybe. Thoughts on Antonio Silva to Ramos? Yeah, I just mentioned that Monterrey have conceded 5 big chances, so they've actually overperformed defensively. I need to have a look at some PSG stuff. That's what I need to do. Let me just look at this PSG, La Milliard du PSG. 6 minutes ago, they tweeted, that's transfer news. Dembele was in training. Let me go into my group chats. My group chats are usually quite handy for news. So, sorry, one sec. I'm just looking through group chats now, because it's really, really important. Is Johnsku driving at ownership again? He's trying to drive up ownership for Fabio. Yeah. So, still nothing. Okay, apparently Reece James missed Chelsea training today due to illness. That is one of the messages I've found. He's always ill or injured, Reece James, but yeah, okay. That's that chat. I'm checking all my chats. There's a shirt video. Let's have a look at the shirt video. They've got Doué starting. Well, they've got Doué's shirt. They've got Gonçalo Ramos' shirt. Mendes' shirt. They've got Kvaratskhelia shirt. Marquinhos. Zaire Emery. Oh, Dembele. No, they're just showing all the attackers. They've just showed about 6 attackers' shirts. I mean, Kangin could play central midfield. They're not going to play a front 4, are they? Of Ramos, Dembele, Barcola and Kvaratskhelia. Surely not. Enrique doesn't do that, does he? Let's have a look at PSG's. What's chat saying? Trent is overrated. No, I do understand that. You know, I'm aware that, like, he's not fantastic or super attacking. It's just, if you look at my defence there, if you look at it there, there's not really, and there's also not many options. I've talked through the defensive options. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was looking at PSG have played with a front four under Enrique. I don't think they have. It's always been 4-3-3, hasn't it? 4-3-3. I'm going back a bit here, and he's still playing a lot of 4-3-3s. There's no way he's playing all of those attackers, unless I see a really, really weak side. They played wing backs at one point. And, I'm not seeing where they played a front four. What's my overall rank? I had a bit of a dodgy start. I think I'm ranked. That's me. 1.4k. It's all right, isn't it? Fairly decent. I know Greyhead. Well done, Greyhead. 20th. Who else do I know in the top 20, actually? Probably a few people. I know this guy. Pretty sure that's John Skew, and he's 10th. He's in our group chat. Who else? Who cares? That's boring. 1.4k, so not too bad. I'm quite happy, actually. I mean, the first round wasn't ideal at all. It wasn't a very good round, to be fair. But my second round, I think literally this was my last round, 108 points. So I had a really good match day 2, actually, and that was mostly due to Benfica. So 45 points there. 54 points from Benfica. 54 points. So literally nearly half of my points came from 3 Benfica players. It also helped that I had the premiums, the Kane, Garassi, Elise, they all did well. Pavard was an absolute troll, to be fair. So Barcola, what's your overrank? Opinion in defence and Piqueras. I'm not keen on Piqueras this week. Alex tells, I think he'll concede. It is Seattle, though. Yeah, they've scored in both of their matches, though. Let's make changes on the train and end up doing Cavara out instead of a Benfica player. Now I got hope Cavara doesn't start. Oh, are you joking? Well, let's hope. Let's hope. Back to my team. That's back to my team. It's the I think it all hangs on. What do we think, chat, about Vinicius Junior or Agahawa? I'm slightly concerned. Garassi and Merentiel are absolutely locked. They are essential this week for me. So I think it's the third strike you have to make a decision with. In terms of wildcard, you could take a punt. I do think Merentiel and Garassi should be. I mean, there's an argument for Cavani over Merentiel because could potentially come in second half, and Merentiel won't play the full game because obviously he's just come back from injury. So there's an argument there for Merentiel Cavani, even if Cavani doesn't start. But I do think the argument is that third striker spot, isn't it? It's the big one, Vinny. Strikers wise, there's not loads. Obviously, I could throw Kane in as well. Kane. He's so dangerous, isn't he? You go without Kane, and it's over. Surely, what is Kane's ownership? He cannot really go off, really, can he? Who's that guy? That's not Kane. %. Yeah, probably mostly engaged managers as well. I was saying that some people may have wildcarded Kane out in Matchday 2. PSG lineup out. Ooh, let's go. Here we go. 20 minutes before the deadline as well. 20 minutes. Let's go. He's only got 124 followers. He's got 141 now. Bit dodgy, that. It's a bit dodgy. I wouldn't base transfers on that at all. I won't base transfers on that at all. What else does he tweet? Doesn't really tweet that much. Like he's obviously not prolific in the PSG. Yeah, we haven't got that. I wouldn't say that's a lineup. I don't think that's a lineup just yet. We need a lineup. We need a decent lineup for PSG. Yeah, apparently the PSG. No, so it's a guy. So the guy that's actually sent this has only got like 140 followers. He's not had any history of sharing lineups before. I mean, nothing against small accounts, but I think usually, you know, people that are in the know or Alvarez starts. Guru says Alvarez starts. Definitely tag me and stuff if you're added sharing stuff with me. Ooh. Wait though. Oh, okay, right. I'm just about to. The source is 19. See, that's only got 4.1k as well. There's a lot of lineups going around with Kvaratskhelia and Hakimi. Someone sent me. It is the lineup. Rui. Oh, I think we've got an official lineup, you know, people. Someone literally tagged me in something a bit more official, and I'll be happy. Just to go into the chats. Someone has okay. So there was a tweet. He's got 70k followers, and he has. I'm going to share this on my Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, it's FPL Reactions at FPL Reactions. I'm tweeting question mark and eyes because I'm not actually too sure. I hope PSG have gone strong because outside of Hakimi, I wouldn't know who else to pick. And although I don't mind the double up in the Chelsea defence, it's not convincing. I'd rather have Hakimi. Like I don't want to risk going without Hakimi. I can't reply to any inboxes just yet. I just need lineups. Because it's so important now. The deadline is in 15 minutes. PSG lineup. I'm going to go for it, you know. I am going to put Kvaratskhelia in. I'm going to leave Hakimi in. Kvaratskhelia is back in. I mean, they're not the only decisions I've got to make, though, really. I'm going to keep an eye on that pit. I'm going to keep an eye out for something a little bit more official. Maybe that is official. Maresca said he will make some rotations tomorrow. Maresca's going to rotate tomorrow. Nato has started 2 matches in a row. That is a worry. I think the rotation will probably come in central midfield. I think Reece James will be dropped. Centre back. I think the central centre back. I think Tosin will come back in. Deadline Hakimi and start. I'm going Vinicius. I do like Vinicius. No Dembele. Dewey and Kvaratskhelia start. Bacola official lineups. It's confirmed on SofaScore -3 for Barcola to Dewey. Yeah, why not? Yeah, thank God Kvara and Dewey start. Thank God. Barcola to Dewey -3. Yeah, I'd do it. I'd go for it. Okay, so this is going to be a really active part now because it's 15 minutes until the window. Everyone is okay in terms of bench. Sanchez, double check that Sanchez starts before the Fluminense goalkeeper, which he does, which is good. Captaincy on the first night. I've gone for Hakimi because I'm going for big hauls now. We could have a situation where we had what we had with Bayern and what we had with the Benfica. So Di Maria, Pavlidis. There could be a huge swing between Hakimi and Kvaratskhelia this week. Massive. But I just think with Hakimi, I think you should captain him because he's obviously got multiple routes to points, hasn't he? Scored in the Champions League final, got a massive haul. So I'm dead certain on Hakimi captain. Official Kvaratskhelia, no Barcola. I want to punt on Miulu. He's a good punt. I think Miulu's a good punt. He's starting, isn't he? So it's all about all the chat is basically lineups. The chat is on BBC as well. Not BBC. The lineups are on BBC. So now I've got a couple more decisions to make. I need to make a decision on Palmer or Nato. I need to make a decision on Agahawa or Vinny. Both on pans. Both got good fixtures. Porto less likely to score goals, maybe. I mean, it's Real Madrid, isn't it? So they all score goals. I think I've been between Vinny and Agahawa for quite a lot. So I think Vinny's going to stay. Pedro Nato. Oh, it's gonna hurt so much going without Palmer. Part of me, oh no. Part of me hoped that Kvaratskhelia wasn't playing so I can go double up midfield. Chelsea. Oh, man. No, I don't like Alvarez against Botafogo. I think Botafogo are a good side. Not amazing side. He could score. Alvarez could definitely score. It's just I don't think he's going to score like multiple attacking returns. Palmer. Right, guys, debate Palmer and Nato in the chat. Debate Palmer, Nato. Palmer or Nato. What do you think? Make a decision, guys. Come on. Make a decision, please. Is chat dead? Chat died. My chat is still awake, isn't it? It's still going, isn't it? Is it just that no one is no one talking? Nato. There you go. Cheers, Keith. Oh. Nato or Palmer. You said Palmer. You said Nato. Got to be Palmer with pans. So one has said Palmer, one has said Nato. Nato scored 2 and 2 now, but Palmer's got pans and Palmer's. Would you keep Nato and take Palmer instead of Salem? I did consider that, but I do think that, yeah, I'm not keen on Flamengo this week. I think we'll see rotation. I'm not keen on avoiding the Pachuca game because Pachuca. Let's just have a look at some of the Pachuca stats. They were terrible, weren't they, against Real Madrid? I know they lost against Salzburg. So let's have a look at Pachuca. They lost against Salzburg. They conceded 3 big chances and 17 shots against Salzburg. And then against Real Madrid. Wow. So Pachuca had more players than Real Madrid. Oh, no. Oh, Pachuca had 25 shots. Right, I thought it was Real Madrid who had 25. I think there's a risk, isn't there? Obviously, we've just seen that potentially Maresca might rotate tomorrow. So, and Nato and Palmer have played and started both of those matches. So, if Maresca goes all out, we could well see. I do like Trent. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Trent scored, really. That's all. You know, I just wouldn't be surprised. And I didn't have him. You know, he loves a shot from outside the box, doesn't he? Savic is okay. He's decent, isn't he? Al Hilal, he does love a shot as well. I don't know. I do prefer Desari. I think I'm locking Desari in. So it's just a case of Palmer or Nato. Oh, this decision is going to be the death of me, I swear. Which one do I feel more comfortable with? Could be a better way to do it. Why is there an error? Oh. Am I going to regret? It's not that Joe Tarot. It's the fact that Chelsea have been so good offensively. Obviously, they only scored 2 against LAFC, scored 1 against Flamingo, but they had 10 big chances. So not a lot of teams have had 10 big chances in their first 2 matches. So I just think you have to have Chelsea coverage this week. And obviously with Belayli not playing as well, then I think you have to have a Chelsea defender. So, 1 second. So I'm just in the chats at the moment. Bit of banter going on. Prefer Hakimi. Someone's asked me Hakimi or Nuno. I prefer Hakimi. Dewey or Vitinha. Prefer Dewey. 12. So there's nothing really major going on in the chats. Just wanted to have a little mooch. Yeah, Palmer is probably more nailed, but I mean, he's been using it on the wing. He's been using the number 10 role. Maybe Maraska's just like, should we just give him a rest? So I'm so confused between Palmer and... I honestly thought my biggest decisions this week would be the striker between Aguilar and Vinicius, but I've slowly talked my way comfortably into owning Vinicius. Obviously, the PSG lineup threw us off. I have question marks over Desari, but he's been active in the 2 games that he's been in, probably more active than Palmer. Yeah. Chat's gone very quiet now. I think everyone's kind of nailing in their squads now, aren't they? I don't know if I'm going to regret this. Let me just refresh this and make sure nothing's actually broke. Again, if you're watching the stream at the moment, again, thank you. Also, please remember to subscribe. I have passed over 250, which is a milestone, I think, which is good. So thank you for those who have actually subbed, who are in the stream. But again, please, for those who haven't, remember to subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of different content going forward. I was actually supposed to launch for UCL Fantasy in August. A lot of my graphics, all of my good stuff was ready for that. So all this stuff you're seeing now is rushed out. My presenting skills, probably quite bad. My graphics, all right. All of this was sort of rushed out. So again, you know, do appreciate you subbing early, and there's going to be a lot more content coming, especially UCL. Really, UCL is my favourite game. So I think obviously those in the chat who play UCL probably know that by now. Also, FPL content too. So again, make sure to subscribe if you are in the chat. Also, head over to Fantasy Football Community. I'm not leaving, by the way. This is just kind of like the ad part. Also, head over to Fantasy Football Community. It's £12 per year. It's £1 per month. And you get predicted lineups every week, all 32 or all of whatever amount is playing. Obviously, that changes next week. You get team reveals as well. You also got the fixture ticker. In the Champions, as a premium member, you also got UCL Fantasy team reveals. You got the UCL Fantasy top picks. You also got the UCL Fantasy planner, the player tracker, which gives you odds, all the data for every player. Also FPL team reveals as well from experts. So I do think the fantasy football community premium membership is definitely worth it for £1 a month. It's quite cheap. So I do think you should go there. And now that my mic is actually working, I thought I'd get that plug in. But back to chat. Is anyone chatting? I do like the Miulu punt. I think there's a lot of people in the chat talking about Miulu. Do like him. He's starting, isn't he? And they're playing Seattle. Seattle are so bad. I mean, I should probably be debating the double up in the PSG attack. Never mind the Chelsea attack. But I just think, you know, the best Chelsea attack has Chelsea attack has Pans, whereas Vitinha I'm not keen on. I think if Doué had Pans, then it would be a different story because I'd probably have Doué and Kvaratskhelia. But because he doesn't, I just like Palmer this week. No, I'm still debating Neto, and I've got 4 minutes to make my mind up. So just so you know, you've got 4 minutes until the deadline goes. So definitely get your moves locked in as soon as you can, as in right now. Definitely get your moves locked in. Definitely. I'm going to get a post out. I'm not going to leave Dad on 7. I'll probably leave a little bit past that, but I'm going to get a post out. I think this is my team, by the way. Pretty sure this is my team. Let me just check the dates. Double check. Always double check the dates in these games. Always. You never know. You never know. 27th. Hakimi. Yep, so this is my team. Just going to tweet this now, guys. So, sorry if this bit's really, really boring, but you can just stare at my team or something if you want, or do your own team. You probably need to do your own team, right? Let's get it locked in. I'm going to put a locked sign, not knowing if it's locked or not, okay? People do that, don't they? Still not confident with Palmer and Neto. And I've got 2 minutes to make that move. I know what's going to happen. Nato's going to haul. Palmer will be benched and Neto will score again. Sorry, I'm still getting putting a tweet together, guys, just to say thank you for those. Showing my team and saying thank you for everyone who joined the stream. Obviously, I've said thanks to you guys, but a lot of people have joined and probably left earlier on. Because, I mean, who wants to sit here and listen to me for 2 hours? Thanks for those listening to me. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Let me just tweet that. Yep, so guys, get your teams locked now. Get them in. Get them locked. There is 1 minute until the deadline. So I've just tweeted my team out. Also just to say thanks, you know, for joining. There's not much light, is there? The back, the shirts today. Doesn't seem like there's that much light there. There's that. It's quite dark today. Something to do with this light, maybe. Not too sure. No, I just don't think. I'm not keen on Enzo Kieran. He's just not for me. Like, he's just not for me. Just doesn't convince me, really. Being here for 2 hours. Yeah, Diego, well done for making it 2 hours. I'm pretty sure, Kieran, you've done 2 hours as well, haven't you? Pretty sure you've done 2 hours. Yeah, someone just commented Palmer and Sanchez is so risky, but as a Chelsea fan, I know he's going to rotate a centre back. I know he's going to rotate a central midfielder. He's probably going to start Madueke as well. So I don't think there's going to be rotation, but in areas that I think there will be rotation, like he'll put Tosin in for Chalobah. He'll probably take Reece James out. He'll probably put Madueke in. Delap's coming in, obviously, for Jackson. So that's just rotation, really. Outside of, I mean, yeah, deadline's gone. That's it. Deadline has gone. Palmer is in the team. He's stuck in there. He's stuck. No one's getting him out now. No one is getting him out. No one is getting him out of my team now. Let's just hope he does well. Let's have a look. Good stream. Yeah, thank you, Kieran. No worries about the stream. Apologies that I couldn't make Matchday 2. It's just very awkward, wasn't it? 3 o'clock. It was around 4 o'clock, wasn't it? The deadline, which is obviously like school time and stuff like that. My little lad's in school, so really awkward time, and obviously working in the day as well. So I usually finish work about 2, so wouldn't give me much time to prep and stuff. Yeah, I would love 500. I think the target was there was no target, to be honest, in terms of subs and likes. I think it was just getting it off the ground because, like I said, this was rushed out. Club World Cup Fantasy. It was really rushed out. Hang on, what's going on? Your team budget has increased. Oh, booster. Activate the qualification booster to gain an edge in any knockout game. Every player in your team, including the bench, who qualifies for the next round, will earn a 2 points boost. Activate the... we need to post, guys. We need to post about this, guys. I'm going to post new chip on an alert. And an alert. You need to look at this new chip, guys. You need to look. Wow. I'm going to read that properly in a minute. Sometimes I don't register things straight away. I just need to like... Let's put it in big caps as well. New booster. Yeah, so the new booster is out. So let me just read this properly. Has everyone looked at the new chip? Yeah. Activate the quality. Yeah, okay, so let's read this properly. Activate the qualification booster to gain an edge in any knockout stage game. In any knockout stage. Every player in your team, excluding the bench, so not including the bench, who qualifies for the next round will earn a 2+ bonus. Wow, that is a really, really good booster. That's a really good booster. So, guys, I think that's going to be it from me. So, really appreciate everyone that's joined the stream. Obviously, if you are in the stream and you haven't yet subbed, please do that. Please also drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. I will try and be round for the round of 16 because of course it's unlimited transfers, isn't it? So again, I'll wait for you to say bye. So if you guys want to drop in by, I don't want to leave you without saying bye. So when you're ready. No one's saying bye. That's very sad. So yeah, guys, I will see you again soon, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It's probably a little bit better than the first one, wasn't it? Because of the graphic and stuff like that. It's good that we got the chat up on. Good that we got the chat up in the end. It was a bit fiddly at the start, so apologies for that. We did start a little bit early though, didn't we? So yeah. Cheers. Yeah, cheers. Fun stream. So yeah, thank you guys, and that's it from me. I'll see you later.